So this one, we're going to have the volume up in the game. And the reason I'm doing this is because... not to call this guy out, but... I've seen some whiny bitches in my days, guys. This is severe.
Round.
Select your hero.
And like, they are very autistic.
So this guy's on Discord with his friends.
What? Is Grave in a gun?
Oh,
Shootout?
hold on. Magitech Knight? Magitech Knight subscribed! Thank you for so much for the subscription. I'm glad you're doing it on review day. Thank you for providing support during review day, because sometimes I think these reviews don't get a lot of attention, or people don't like the content. People just want to see me fuck around in Junkrat, so thanks for supporting me during the review time. But we'll just go.
I don't know, is he?
We have 3 healers.
Nice.
We do? Oh shit.
So yeah, okay, so this guy's on Discord. You'll see him talking to his friends. I think these 3 guys are in Discord. When you see these guys talk, obviously they're going to be up here. But there's some random people in his Discord channel that he's talking to that won't be in the game. Alright, Sneaky Breaky. I'll look forward to your review.
I honestly
Boom.
We'll just skip through all this.
Get it in.
You guys are gold and they have 4 diamonds. That's fun.
Yeah.
Let's fuck them in the ass.
Yeah, there you go. That's some fucking
Not
great...
really into anal.
Right. Man, people are like, Chro, you need to join chat because you might miss stuff. Like some guy telling someone else to fuck him in the ass.
Don't
Like,
like the
wow. Wow. Comms are so great. So this is the correct move to the Genji. You want to hold a flank or be near a flank. But his dash was off the mark. He couldn't get anything. And now this is, I don't want to say this is a bad move for Genjis, but being in the middle. So this guy's here. There's 2 people in front. We saw the one guy over here, so there's probably 2 guys over here. This is dangerous as hell for Genji. Also, it's complicated when everything's, oh, that's a great frame stoppage. It's always difficult to make a decision when there's people on all sides of you. You have to go, all right, do I take this? It's complicated. There's a right answer, but it's just, I don't like complicated things. I'm a simple person. I'm not the smartest man alive, but I like to keep things simple, which makes me more efficient. So he dives in, flashbang, shot.
Our only hope right now is this fucking gold, Reinhardt.
It begins.
Oh my god. How is this fair?
It's not.
Why the hell did... Yeah, we're gonna have to lose the Genji.
Alright, yeah.
Just to let you know, what he just went up against was a 3v6 on the left flank. I don't want to say there's anything he could have done better. It's a 3v6 on the left flank. You're going to lose from a numbers point of view.
really.
And yeah, so chat's already talking about this guy is already bitching. So it's 4 diamonds and 2 plats against 2 diamonds, 3 plats, and a gold. So this guy's like, oh, there's diamonds, it's not fair, blah, 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 bitching about a gold guy already. But this is step 1. Guys, how to fuck up. Step 1, get upset. All right, before this game even happened, he was already losing because he was complaining about the gold guy.
Fucking hell.
Push in together.
My ultimate is ready.
Yeah.
Oh, the Junkrat switch! I approve.
I have out.
So who's talking shit? It's a little bit confusing because he's on Discord. He's talking to his friends on Discord. The main voice you hear when he's like, oh, fucking gold guy, is him.
Almost have up.
I have res. Move in.
Alright, and we got Genji half.
Or maybe that was the Mercy talking shit. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe it's not him.
Genji's down.
Go in.
Roadhog's purple. Lucio's dead.
Another pick.
Right, kill
Alright,
McCree.
this is our chance.
Winston.
That's fine. She didn't res Roadhog.
Roadhog
Again?
McCree left.
I'm
You got
back.
me.
Oh my god.
I have
Crane's retarded.
McCree's retarded, guys.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Up my ult.
Much concerned.
So at that point, he made that mistake again when I talked about Genji, where he was kind of a bit in the middle. Just a very quick note, what you want to do when things are confusing is you pick a side, left or right, kill whoever's there, and then cleave towards the center. It's very difficult for most classes, excluding tanks, to go in the middle, secure this area, and then push outwards from here. This is a very advanced and difficult technique.
Trying my hardest, Roadhog.
James, yes, his team is losing because of the mindset before the
It's
game even
raining
happened.
so hard here that the whole house shook when it first started.
Winston back.
I was like, Jesus, mother of God, are all my cats inside? And we did a quick look around, and we can't seem to find China. So
Oh
she
my
might be
God.
outside, but
Guys, the cat is outside.
it's China. It's not like she just
We're
runs
now
us. Missed.
Sorry, I just
2
fired it and
diamonds
decided
and
to
a
try and
gold
turn around.
versus 4 diamonds.
Here it is. Oh god, 2 diamonds and a gold versus 4 diamonds. I don't know. I don't,
Alright, we need to take care of McCree.
Did you
'cause
guys
he's
hit
the
dime?
primary one
No.
messing with the team.
I'm lower than where we started this goddamn season.
Oh, dude, same.
What? We need fucking Costa. Like, we can't keep trusting these randoms.
So at this point, he's upset at his friend. I just want to let this sink in, guys. Just let this sink in. That faucet's sitting at the door. Let this sink in. He's now kind of raging at his friends and the one friend that's not there because matchmaking has picked him against 4 diamonds and they put a gold on his team. It's difficult to play Overwatch when you're busy bitching the entire fucking time. That's all I have to say. He's just doing this to himself.
Well, Costa's never online when we are. And he's just inactive in the Discord.
Ana heals.
Dude, on it.
I was more worried about the Harambe. I wasn't sure where he was. That was my bad.
Yeah, punch him. That's good.
Get on point.
It's all good. First of all, this is good 1v1 because McCree has a huge advantage in that mid-range there. That's very scary for Junkrat.
Kinda needs a rest.
Kill their fucking hit. I'll try and kill their... This Winston.
No one's playing the point.
Oh god. And for the record, because I say it's this guy named Voltage, as you see it down there, but I do not know if this is someone, if this is the Mercy on his team or the other guy on his team that's in his Discord.
So, I was digging through some old boxes of mine from when I was deployed, and I found one MRE still intact.
Oh, I found an MRE.
I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, this is way better than knowing about what's happening in-game with sound, guys. Knowing the status
What
of
are they?
MREs, great.
Roadhog, Lucio,
Road-
Winston, Genji, Mercy, McCree. McCree has retarded aim.
Retarded good. Is he aimbotting?
Retarded good.
Reaper, Reinhardt, Mercy, Ana,
It is at this point I want to bring up a big thing. Victor, can someone help him in chat? How to tell him how to get something reviewed? At this point, this is the bad habit that Blizzard has created within Overwatch. You heard him talk about it. Well, so what he does?
Reaper, Reinhardt, Mercy, Ana.
This is so bullshit.
So what he's doing is in his head, he's trying to figure out what class to pick to counter this guy. Now, if you know anything about what I say, is that counters don't exist. They don't exist in Overwatch. You have difficult matchups. Why I want the verbiage to change is that when you say a counter, people think if I choose Junkrat, there's a Junkrat. If this guy exists, if I'm a Junkrat in spawn, and a Pharah starts here at their spawn, I instantly blow up. That's what counter really means. Like, you can't do anything in the game. It is countered. You cannot do a damn thing. You're just going to sit and spawn and lose. It's a strong word. I don't like it. So they're having an issue, and because of this countering concept in Overwatch, is that people go, oh, it's not my fault I'm doing bad. I just need to make another decision. And if you remember my first review, people use these decision-making bins to store their grief, instead of admitting that they just suck. The problem is that he's looking for an answer, which is not a bad thing to do. Like, it's okay to run away if your class isn't working. Like, that happens. So he's kind of looking, he's thinking, what class do I want to pick? At a certain point, he could probably pick the most perfect class possible and still lose because of skill, right? Sometimes you just suck and you can't do it. So it's okay that he's looking for it, but if this becomes a habit that every time you run into a wall, you try to change a class every single time, one, you're not going to get good with any hero because you're only playing them when the heroes are strong, and doing something when a hero is strong is not impressive. It is not skillful. Playing a hero when it's bad and making it work, that is skillful. That's how you get better. So he's never going to get above, well, I can't say he's not going to get above Master or Grandmaster, but he's never going to get completely skilled at any one class because of his habit of running away. Also, he's going to depend on his decision-making, and he's like, oh, we could have done this, we could have done this, we could have done that, which is, it's not a bad thing to think, but at the same time, remember, sometimes this decision-making basket is full, and you just have to look at this and say, maybe I'm just bad, maybe my skill is not good enough. Not to get hard on people, but I'm a fucking Junkrat player. I play the weakest class in the weakest scenarios, and I make it work. Like this is why I'm so opposed of this decision making idea, because you can make stuff work if you're skilled enough, and which I like. I favor skill over decision making, but a lot of my skills in decision making. It's a balance of competing demands. But
Why
yeah,
are we matched with like 4 diamonds?
Maybe Junkrat.
It really doesn't matter. They could have peaked and dropped. It really doesn't matter. It's all down to
Yeah, but then
averages,
that
so.
means they still hit the top 10 or 8% of all players.
I mean,
all right. At this point, they now start discussing how good players are in the world at Diamond.
Yeah, but
averages,
then
so.
that means they still hit the top 10 or 8% of all players.
I mean, right, but they could have also been boosted. Right, and then people drop down immediately. Like,
just take care of like
The fucking guy, this guy, of all the people here complaining,
right, and then people.
this this Anna's trying to defend, like, oh, but they could have got boosted. A really weird argument.
Like,
just take care of like
Who speaks truth? The fucking Gold Reinhardt. He's like, no, we could have played better and got it, guys. Don't worry about it. And everyone's like, fuck you, Gold.
yeah, honestly, be worried if you check their profile and you see masters and shit. Don't worry about them peaking diamond. Check
Like
where
how
they
these
peaked diamond. If they
MREs
just
are-
peaked it and then dropped
They're
it
not
immediately,
like
they got
field
on a lucky
MREs,
streak,
they're
not
the
playing
shitty
consistently. Don't look at just the
civilian-based
emblems, there's way more to
MREs.
it than-
I don't understand why people talk about, like, if someone's 300 SR higher than you, why it matters so much. Anyone that doesn't know, I was 3,800 a couple days ago, and then I reached 4,150 yesterday. And then, I'm top 500 right at 4,350. Skill fluctuates so much, like within 5 to 600. If you're counting 100 and 200 to discuss someone's skill level, it's ridiculous, because not only is all that what I just said true, SR does not dictate skill, so don't even worry about it. This entire conversation should have never happened.
so they're not as good. Let's just get
I guess so.
Hanzo now.
I'm on to me now.
Winston on me.
Mercy.
Yeah, he was on me as well. So
Yeah.
So I think the guy complaining is not our viewer. We've been complaining about voltage this entire time. It is not. It is his Mercy. I don't know who his name is, but he's a whiner. Now what was happening before is that this McCree was giving him grief, and I don't know if the Winston was, but it looked like they were getting pressured up front. And Mei it's a unique answer for this, right? If someone pressures you up front, you can freeze them, right? It's essentially a timer. If someone engages on you, they got a certain amount of time to defeat you, or they lose because they get frozen. Also, it really helps against the McCree because you can just wall this. Like this McCree, I get walled. So this class change, it was cool. Like it's a different way of thinking about it, which I like, and this is why I don't critique what classes people pick. I want to see if this man can answer the McCree and Winston problem with Mei.
We need to really hit that Winston hard.
yeah, this is focusing me and Mercy down. Stay on the objective, don't let them lower him off.
Lucio behind.
That Mercy's pocketing, so probably get control.
I don't have a sleep dart.
So
Oh, May, you
that was really good Mei play, right? Just shut down the
fucked my ultra.
ult.
How does he already have his ult?
Yeah, I don't understand either.
Is he aimbotting?
Headshots produce higher increased recharge. It only takes.
So here we have the two.
Aiming's overrated.
The mental thoughts of this. Of logic to, I'll just say emotion. The Mercy's over here. This guy's fucking aimbotting. Rah, 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 rah. And this guy's like, no, no, no. If he gets a headshot, it increases it faster. Truth is, both these answers are wrong. You just need to not use the scale.
It's about 7 headshots from a crate kettle.
It says metal.
Is he
Well, it's
aimbotting
the
or
metal.
something?
Whatever.
'Cause apparently he's got really
Nah,
good aim.
this isn't.
That's super easy to do.
This fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
it's not hard.
Oh, we just saved my life. Thanks.
I've got res if we want to dive.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to.
Great move with Mei. This is one of the things that I don't think people do enough with her, is when someone gets hooked, no matter who gets hooked, you can almost secure their death. You can also prevent enemy teams from hooking your players in by saving them, but this is a Winston who has the ability to leap out. But it was a good idea.
I got you.
Yo, Hanzo's fire.
It was so close. That was like one.
I'm
I killed
stuck
Mercy,
between
so I just fell to a
two
peril.
ulting.
the soldier want to switch to tank with me?
So here's that solution to the McCree issue, right? That's one way to deal with it. Now, I want to talk about positioning at this point because he's done it twice now. Where before he was over here and he would not help his team out over here or here or here, and he just used long range attacks. Now Mei has a short range attack and a long range attack. You need to fully utilize both of them. Because just sitting back and attempting to get headshots is one thing, but if she was up here or he, whatever, like you could freeze a target because Lucio's over here and the Roadhog's over there. Use both. Use your full skill set.
Imagine how the meta would.
Wait, sorry, what was the question?
Does anyone want to switch from UTF to tank some
Okay, I was gonna say. If
Yeah, I'll
you want
do that.
support, I can tank.
Yeah, but,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're right.
So his ult more or less forced him out of that
Imagine what
position.
would happen. Imagine how the meta would be if they never took away the 1 hero limit.
I don't want to think
Six
about it.
Hanzo meta.
Sick Congress meta.
Hanzo's
Oh god,
top.
you remember when Bastion was like super
Hanzo's up
busted?
top, careful. You just
All
use that
Bastions.
arrow.
He's dead.
This is nice. This is one of Mei's abilities that people don't think about too often, is that even on higher flanks, she has the ability to get there.
I'm off it.
Oh, good play.
Our Reinhardt is honestly our MVP, and he's the gold.
If he's being pocket healed, it's
don't
not
let them
surprising.
charge their ults.
And so no, I know the guys. He's talking to some friends in Discord, and he's like, "Dude, this Reinhardt's doing good, and he's gold. This is like crazy." One that just shows that SR and what rank you are doesn't really matter. But then his friends try to like, "Oh, are you pocketing him?" Like, well, duh. He gets pocketed. He's always going to be doing great. It's like, no, stop trying to take credit away from people. And, when they do good stuff, they do good stuff. Don't worry about, like, if the Mercy enabled it or not. Like, just, he did good. Like, congratulate him.
People can put in some serious fucking work as Reinhardt, so long as they have the heals to sustain reckless behavior.
And so here's that Mei solution for when you get jumped on.
It's because I don't have you stapled to my hip.
Imagine another person stapled to your face.
Yeah, that suck ass.
This, I thought was going to turn out pretty bad, but he does fracture the Mercy off. And what it did, the best part about this is a really cool thing about Mei. I always talk about Mei, and she's I consider her like a valve. So you put there's her wall, and you put how many people outside this point if your team's here. Because Mei does lower damage compared, like you run her and your team's going to do less damage. So what you do is you allow how many people through that you think can get through for your team to kill. So if it's 3, well, you kill 3. If it's 4, then you get more ultimate percentage. It's a little more greedy. It's a little more risky, but good things can happen, right? Well, so this Mei wall, like it was from here to here, and it put the Mercy here, which is great because now as the Mei, she can just kill the Mercy, and the 2 other people here can get dealt with by her team. So to actually wall off everyone and then kill the Mercy would actually been a bad call, right? Because something could have happened. Maybe she didn't kill the Mercy, yada, yada, yada. But what she did is she allowed enough for these guys to get let through and then killed the Mercy stuck behind. Well, just a little note. It's a cool thing.
I almost have ult again for a team fight. Is that 85?
It is the Mercy that's salty. It is not the player.
Sweet tea, lemon mix.
It took me a little bit to figure that out,
Mate,
but
you just want to sit up there and like right click them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. I have Blizzard, by
Because
the way.
Handler keeps using
I have
that. Yeah,
85.
yeah. Remember that a 45-degree angle is as far as you can throw this.
Fun fact.
is that true? Mei's 45 degrees is the highest angle you can throw Mei's Blizzard. See, man, I just learned something from a fucking platinum level game. If that is true.
Right.
Yeah. You can throw it really
Fun
far.
facts.
So, Mei does Mei things,
Gain damage boosted.
freezes people, create a numbers advantage. Now they can crush the lower numbers.
Make sure you get the Mercy.
Hanzo's been made.
Shit.
All right, the numbers advantage is up. They got resurrected.
Hanzo's climbing over.
And she tries what she does. She cuts off
Moved
the
him away.
ulting guy,
Chro dog behind.
and then there's just too many tanks. For Mei, I think she did everything she needed to. Right, you can't expect the world from it.
Okay, we need to. I think we lose the. I mean, we need. Yeah, you need to just. That's that round.
Oh, 45 degrees max distance?
Why don't we go to PS, please?
No. There was no way anyone was getting on point as soon as Roadhog died. It was physically impossible.
Score 0-2.
I did well with that. I think I'll stay.
Yeah.
You can throw it at 90 for a delayed ult. Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
To,
Something's fishy.
oh, okay. Y'all.
So it's been pretty low on the complaining scale recently.
Oh, that Soul Nemu?
I spoke too soon.
He was he was in Masters.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Well, shit.
Nice,
that guy was
Again.
in Masters.
Don't take yourself out over it either.
I think.
I don't
No,
know,
like,
man. Just
what's
really good
how is
people.
this fair? Like, we have somebody who can make it.
happens. It's just
If they
the
can
SR
make
rating.
it to Masters, they're good.
Not necessarily.
Well, is he the gold?
Yeah, Masters and Diamonds in top 500.
Like legit, I'm garbage at this game. I peaked 2700. Sorry, 3700.
I got one shot by a hog.
Listen low.
And so here he goes around discounting the bitching that had no effect on the game, just makes the game worse to play. Right close range, long range, and you have to balance what to do at what point in time.
When can Hog hook and fire at the same time?
This Mercy's so pissed.
Because he fired before his hook was back.
At that point, I think he just...
Yo, Mike, can you pick something with a bit more damage? Because we're not killing anything. You're doing a fucking
Wait,
good
let's
job.
wait up on them. We need to push in together, not by ourselves.
Ugh, moist.
Yeah.
I have
And
no
here's the...
idea how the fuck to counter this comp.
Against that current team,
You get the widow.
fucking hook deep.
So he was thinking how to counter this comp, and I think this Roadhog pick, he likes this play in the center, right? On the Genji, when we talked about the first point, the Genji was in the middle, and then he would come out through the middle. The Junkrat, he was kind of up here mostly. He was playing center. A lot of these maps, he's playing in the center. Now, who's good at playing in the center? Tanks, like Roadhog. So right away, I think this will fit his play. It doesn't matter what's in the game, but it fits his play style better than any other pick he's had so far. Mei, yeah, she can play in the middle, but she's really good at supporting. She's almost like a support. She can do good damage, and she can do amazing things if you're accurate enough, but her ability to, like, wall off this so you guys can kill something over here, I would consider more of, like, a support and disruptive ability. But also, what were the problems that we were running into? Well, the Winston jumping on us was one problem. Also, a McCree at range. Now, who's really good at fucking people up that dive on you? Roadhog. Who's good at people, like, not moving using an ultimate? Roadhog. I think this is a really good answer that he's come up with. And someone has subbed. Junkrat sucks. Oh, you got me. He got me. But thanks for the sub, man. Thank you so much for the sub. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy the junk emotes and whatnot. But yeah. Also, remember what I've said I guess I've always said this. When people, a common answer or question people have always asked me is, what can I do to climb the ladder faster? Is there specific classes I should play or whatnot? And I've always said, look, your average player, like all these people, are probably decent at Overwatch. They can point, they can click, they can move, like they can do Overwatch stuff just fine. What happens is people start playing poorly when they get aggressed on. When there's kind of pressure, they kind of panic. And your usual player just can't handle like very aggressive things, and that's why dive comp works so well at lower levels. Just moving as a team, and when people if 3 people come up against 6, they just panic and they kind of they lose because of numbers, but they also lose because of their mental state. What I've told people is I'd play either Zarya or Hog. And these 2 people are really good at either A, protecting a person with a shield. Let's say if the McCree's an issue. Or Hog, he just kills the person, right? And so what you do is you take this source of pressure away. So if a Winston's an issue, you can just kill him. If the McCree's an issue, you just kill him. And then what this does is it allows your team just to play Overwatch. And since people are good at Overwatch, you'll more likely climb on the ladder. So you can solve this. Zarya and Roadhog are really good at this, but you can solve this answer this problem with any hero. I do it with Junkrat, right? So if there was maybe the Widow's killing everyone, or if the Winston's killing everyone, or whatever whatever is the source of the pressure on my team and stopping them from playing Overwatch is what I seek to kill. So I look for these big problem children. In this game, it's the McCree. The McCree or the Winston is commonly an issue when people jump on him, because Winston jumps on people and they just kind of freak out. But Roadhog is a really good answer to this. Chro says they're good for picks in situations provided, but the player has to be level-headed. Yeah, mentally you have to be strong. That's straight up. You have to be mentally strong to play anything. NoobTube006, thank you for the subscription, man. Hope you're enjoying review. Yeah, and also anyone that subs today, super thank you. I expect my worst showing numbers wise on Twitch is during review day. I don't truly know how much people get out of this, but thanks for anyone giving me any support during today. It means a lot. But yeah, dude, NoobTube, enjoy your emotes.
Diva. Or
No, keep the Zarya. The Zarya pick is good, especially.
Could I read your question, Gohan? Jesus Christ. What was your question? Is the point of dive comp to split the enemy team? It feels kind of counterintuitive to me. I think the team getting dove can just move and kill anyone who didn't dive. The purpose of dive comp. Oh, I can't go into it deeply because we're doing reviews, but we will quickly just talk about dive comp. Dive comp. You got 6 people here.
Timing's overrated.
On defense. I like dive comp on offense over defense. We have 6 people here. Whoa, one guy's huge. The point of dive comp is A, it gives the attackers the choice of who to attack. We don't like this guy.
Genius is finally recognized.
We hate this guy. So what do? Get 3 of our guys, just jump on him, kill him. Pow. Dive comp. Dive comp seeks to create a numbers imbalance immediately. One counter to this, and if you watch my... Oh, what was it? It was Cloud9 versus someone. I have it on my YouTube. I go over what... Oh my god, I'm just gonna have to find it. Hold on. God damn it. God damn it.
For the critique.
Kind of have... Oh. What was it?
Timing's
Kind of have to
overrated.
play it though. Sorry, that's me talking. Hold on. All the fucking questions. All the questions you could have asked. The thing is I really like talking about dive comp. But by then it was just... So it's Luminosity versus Renegade if you want to see the whole thing. I take a long time talking about their first match on King's Row. So the dive comp happens in... they solve it 3 or 4 different ways. So what they did, it was dive comp versus dive comp. The first one is that they used the tank advantage they had on a 6v6. They didn't really flank or dive too much. I mean, they dove. What happened was both teams dove 3. And because one team had an extra tank, the defending team had an extra tank, it took the 3 that dove an extra long time to kill them. So what happens was, while 3 died, I think this is the actual picture. Well, they had 3 here. They dove with 3. They essentially both teams dove with 3. These guys killed them faster than this team. So what happened is that these 3 came back to support their team first. That was the tank advantage. What the other thing is as they dove with 3, these guys rotated with all 6, and they crushed the 3 that were sitting here, and then they went to crush the other 3 that dove them. Really cool way of dealing with it. The third way was they attacked. The defense dove with only 2 instead of 3. What happened was the offense said, hey, we'll kill these 2 very easily by, instead of diving, dive on them. But the 2 had ultimates. It was a Tracer and a Winston. The Tracer didn't get a kill, but the Winston got a kill, and right before he died, he ulted to get another kill. So they dove with less, but they used ultimates. But they bridged it. It says bridge. They bridged it with ultimates. And then the best shit ever, the last one, what they fucking fooled them with the best, is that they dove, or they went to dive with 3, the offense. They dove nothing. And then they just killed the dive, and then they killed the other 3. The 5th time was, this is what the video right now is showing, is the dive what happens with 3, and the dive comp, instead of diving all the way over here, they did a short dive, or even a small dive, whatever you want to call it. And they dove immediately on the dive itself, splitting this battle up with Winston and Reinhardt. So essentially, they have 3 over here that are trying to support in, but with a Winston bubble and a Reinhardt shield, They cut the battle off in half, and then they killed the 3 that dove, and then they went out and cleared the other ones. So those are the main ways that you can look at how to clear up a dive comp. Watch this entire video. At this point, it's a 2.5 hour video, but the first, like, hour is talking about dive comp versus dive comp. Alright. Why do you have to ask that fucking question? Why do you do this to me, people? But yeah, alright. Secondly, I missed a sub. Z-Men, thank you for the subscription, dude. Thanks for the emotes. But sorry, I gotta get back on this guy's video. This video is going to be like 40 minutes long, and half of it's not even going to be out the video.
Me.
So the hog, first thing it does, pow, it takes out that problem target.
Take out Mercy.
He also gets the Mercy.
What is with this
And if
Novak?
anything, you should look at it on the bright side.
This
if you're getting messed
Novak
up against
British
these
cunt.
people and all 3 of you are plat, you should be looking at your average SR and seeing that it's higher
Alright,
than your average.
look at this guy.
Why do you not like playing Roadhogs?
I can
They're Lucio that's trying, like, Mr. Positive. Like, listen to the logic he's trying to, and it's not bad logic, but just listen to this guy.
On the bright side,
This
if you're getting messed
Novak
up
British
against these people
cunt.
and all 3 of you are plat, you should be looking at your average SR and seeing that it's higher than your average. Like your actual
Why do you
average
not
SR,
like playing
and that means that
Roadhogs?
you're gonna
I can
chase
barely
it
understand him.
anyway.
So this guy's trying to, like, come up with some mathematical formula for them to feel better themselves.
Just on a side note.
Just on a side note, guys.
I appreciate the motivation.
So, I just want, I'll be frank with everyone. Mentality, we talk about it. Give me a straight line, goddammit. If this is 0, if this is just a neutral person, and this we will call acid, or acidic, or toxic. And over here we have basic. And these are the people that try to be very positive all the time. The Mercy that's way over here, I would consider this fucking basic bitch that's trying to be super positive over here. These guys are both fucking annoying. And I don't mean to be mean, and I don't want to, like, upset people that have positive thinking, but my god, if you're that positive, you're just as fucking annoying. Just stop talking about it. Like, stop trying to be legit, like, applying logic to everything. Like, you can't use logic to feel better. Well, you can, but, like, emotional stuff is emotional for a reason. Like, you know, when someone's emotional, you don't want to hear logic. That's the last thing you want to hear. It's just how fucking life is. But yeah, like, don't be a basic bitch. And don't be just an acidic, I don't know, asshole. Like, man. Don't be either of these people. Because the truth is that you can learn from both sides. Is that you can learn from being super positive, and when you're super salty or super acidic, that we're going with now, for whatever reason that's what we're going with, you gotta understand, it's like, it's a yin-yang symbol, guys. Like, both have their value. There's something to be learned when you're this upset and you're doing that. And there's something to be learned from when you're being, like, super legit, like, logical and being positive like that. The truth is, you need to take value from both, and you just need to be in the middle. Stone says positivity is great, though. Positivity is good, but when you're so positive that you become, like, on the litmus test, like, guys, like, does everyone know what the litmus test is? Like, that was the whole joke.
Yeah.
So the whole joke, guys, like, you have to test when something is an acid or a base. And it's a litmus test. It's a litness test. And if we're doing the litmus test, if you're acidic, that's bad, and if you're a basic bitch, that's lad. Like, you want to be lit, but actually, truly being lit is that neutral. This is how you be lit, guys. You learned that in 8th grade science? Yep. Since they had an acidic player and a basic player, does that balance things out? No, it just makes it twice as worse. These do not counter each other out. It's just like a bigger negative number. It's like minus 20 plus minus 20. A negative 20. It's minus 40, right? Like, guys, don't be basic, don't be acidic. Just be lit. And to be lit, you have to be here.
My genius is
I'm
finally
all real quick because I
recognized.
need to.
Stone CC. Ain't nothing wrong with being a basic bitch. Stone, thank you so much for the resub and the constant support, man. I'm sorry I upset you with the litness test and calling some people a basic bitch, but yeah, they're just, man.
Switch
Yeah.
off there.
What's Graviton?
That's definitely not how the litmus test works. Hold on. Whoa. Look at this fucker coming in with the actual litmus test. NA chemistry. Fuck you guys.
Ready?
That was a proper use of the litmus test. Anyways, back to this guy's review.
Lucio on point.
So, remember the Winston was causing us issues?
Graviton.
The Roadhog's just a good answer to a lot of things that are bothering you. Just shoot it in the face.
Lucio on point.
More questions. So, in order to be neutral, do I have to be positive and negative or quiet? You have to be everything. You have to see the value in being positive, and you have to see the value in negative, and then you have to choose to use both at the exact same time. So the truth is, this is the funny part. The yin yang stuff. Blah 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 blah. If we say we're 50% junk and 50% rat, or 50% positive, 50% negative, 50% whatever. The truth is
Timing's overrated.
that you have to be 100% both, because over here is 100% rat or 100% yang, and over here is 100% yin or 100% junk. At the same time, if I did this properly, like on an actual yin yang symbol. Hold on, guys, we have the fucking internet. Hold on. Oh, that's my chiptune. Here we go. Right here, right at this very small point, maximum max junk or max whatever you want to call the white, whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Gives birth to minimum rat.
Timing's overrated.
So the truth is maximum basic bitch also gives you minimum toxic, right? And then it slowly grows up, and then it actually turns into its opposite as well. So minimum yin gives birth to maximum yang gives birth to minimum yin, yada yada yada. This is the whole circle. This is the circle of life. And the truth is, and what this means is 100% junk, 0% rat. But actually, on the other side, we're 0% junk, 100% rat. So overall, we're 100% both, which means you're 0. But you're both. You're maximum yin, maximum yang, and that's what means balanced. And that's how you find value in both sides. And I know I say like junk and rat and yada yada yada, but positive or negative, yin and yang. I present you this in the fucking stupidest way, but there's actually truth to it. Like, this is actually a way to look at the world. Like, if you actually study Buddhism or Taoist stuff, this is actually a Taoist idea. I say it in a very stupid way, guys, but if you look up Taoist stuff and giving minimum birth, yin giving birth to maximum yang. Hold on. Hold on. Trying to figure it out. Hold on. You know what? I'm not going to find a good example this quick. Either way, I'm right. I actually think about science and art. They're the opposite, but also the same thing. That's true. You can listen to Bruce Lee talking about water, but don't listen to Bruce Lee too much about talking about water, because I've studied a lot about the guy, and it's, understand that Bruce Lee fought a lot of people, and when he would lose or he saw something they liked, he would just train with them for like a couple months to learn what they did and then try to do it better. So it was a very shit way of looking at the world.
Watch out, hide behind walls, down.
Anyways, back to this. Roadhog clearing out answers. Someone just said I'm on a tangent from the actual review. I am glad you recognized that. It was quite obvious. But we're going. We're doing the review. So he's still doing good work as Roadhog.
Yeah, see,
I think this
guys.
is a really good class that he should have been at the start.
Reinhardt, get back here.
Yo, Zarya.
Alright, so the Mercy kind of loses his shit a little bit.
Don't get cocky. Reinhardt, get back here.
It's a Zarya now, but he's upset.
If we lose you, we lose the point.
And then, what do you expect? Maximum Yin. Guys, Maximum Yin over here. It's now going to give birth to Minimum. Oh, Maximum Acidic is now going to give birth to Maximum Basic Bitch.
Okay, hey, a tiny old lady, you need to chill with the tone. Talk to people like people instead of aggressively, and people will receive your like words way better than you currently like.
What a fucking basic bitch. I am more tilted. I am more tilted at his response to this than that guy being angry. Let me just let me piss myself off. I'm gonna watch it one more time.
Old lady, you need to chill with the tone.
Oh my god. I just want to hit him.
And people will receive your like words way better than you currently like giving them out. You know, chill out.
Deal with this shit. Winston on me.
You graviton, I'll ult into it.
Make sure to graviton into 2 or 3.
And this is such a shame. He gets the wombo combo, but Lucio's barrier just stopped it.
Ooh, white.
I got Mercy.
Oh, it's just me. Holy shit. No.
Yeah, Mister, just wait. You're not gonna be able to get a res.
You like his attempt to chill that guy? I don't. When someone's toxic, when someone's upset, the last thing they want to do is be normal. Actually trying to make someone toxic not toxic is the best way to make them more toxic. Another Taoist idea, pow, we're rocking with the Taoism tonight, guys, is that the more you turn towards something, the more you turn away from it. The truth is, you just gotta do nothing. Right? The more you turn towards junk, the less you turn away from rat. But if you want to turn rat, you can't just turn at rat. You have to be neither. Get edumacated. Yeah, next time your girlfriend's upset, ask her to calm down.
Hey, we got two picks. Let's move in.
You use logic on the next time you upset your girlfriend, guys. It'll go, look, I'm 31 years old, and I'm single for a fucking reason, and let me tell you, oh yeah, it works like a charm. Yeah, do it. Trust me, you'll be like me.
That's really good.
So this is,
I've got res.
I've noticed this a couple times, that I think, this, Voltage, I forgot the player's name, it's been so fucking long, this review's going on forever. He's taking literal the idea of whoever hooks first loses too much, and he's not hooking the Roadhog. You'll notice it a lot. You tried that at work and you got fired, yeah.
Stay on point. Stay on point. Stay on point.
I'll target this Pharah.
Side note. This is the strength of... There's 2 classes in the game that can do this with their ultimates. I call it 0-point damage, meaning there's no warm-up, they immediately start doing damage. Look at Roadhog's health. He's gonna be at 300, and then he dies within a split second.
Ooh, yes.
Just instantly dies to Pharah.
Ooh. That was close.
GJ should have seen that flick.
James. He didn't turn into the monkey who didn't let go of the food in the hole. It's true.
I believe.
Holding on to the tension's what kills you.
Is the British guy saying anything?
Why?
Yeah, I muted him.
So
The guy told you to change your tone.
Yeah.
the Mercy muted the British guy. So the toxic guy muted the basic guy.
No, he's not saying much really.
Which, I mean, solves the issue. Notice, this is what I mean by solving the issue. By no one upsetting anyone else, it's neutral.
It's noon somewhere. That was good, right?
Nice.
Yep. Couldn't tell difference.
If people use comms only for vital tactical info, would I use it? No, I still were, the problem is sound is slow, or at least, voice is very slow. I would rather prefer me hearing where someone's at than being told, because I trust myself more than others.
See, like, but I do not understand how it is fair to have somebody who got it to
Man.
Grandmasters.
Alright, I was wrong. Maybe he will
facing
still
a
bitch if
bunch
someone's
of
not talking to him.
bulls.
Wait a minute. Someone on their team is a Grandmaster. I thought you just said Master.
Was. Sorry, Masters.
But we're distracted. Winston, hooked again, instantly axed.
Right, that's where I'm
This
at.
guy's a good Roadhog. I like him playing Roadhog than all the other classes he played. I think him as a player likes being in the middle more than anything else, and Roadhog suits that. Like, that's a tank's role, is to be in the center.
Roadhog right.
Shadow, you're completely right with that.
McCree, please, fucking kill that. Yeah.
People in chat. Oh man, I guess I'll just read it. It says, it took me about 28 years old to realize that emotional people don't want your answers. They need to get the toxicity out of the system. There are times in life when you have to defend yourself from other toxic people's actions. If you are left with no other choice, but words in a video game aren't one of those places. That's true. Yeah. Don't worry about toxic people's words. Like, once they start fighting you and like punch you in the face, then worry about it. But if they're just gonna bitch, nothing you can do to change that.
British guy.
This is your first stream, man. You decided to pick a fucking hell of a night to watch my stream. So here he is. I mean, he's holding the middle, but this is what tanks do. They also get
He
slapped.
got me. He's on the left side.
I've got
Lucio
res.
moved me off of my trajectory.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
they're-
right it.
I have
We
my
have,
ult.
we have plenty of ultimates.
Save ults. We have 4.
Let's grab
5.
on it.
Gravitorino, ¿dónde estás tú, señorita?
Oh my god. They really want to kill me.
Oh,
Double.
that was. It could have been clutch what he could have done there,
Two
but
ultimates. Save ours.
Oh wait, no wait.
oh, I think he's hooked.
Dude, I swear it was around that corner.
Like,
Was he around that corner? Nope.
obliterated.
Oh my god, okay, that's fun.
Next, we're going in one by one. Go up.
Okay, let's get
Take
to
a
the point.
left, take a left. Don't try and push through the mid, go left through the building.
So, at this point, they finally do something as a team. This is the first time during the entire game. Which is good. Like, even if it doesn't matter if this decision is right or wrong, they're doing it together. And that's
Alright,
what
what's
that's what's
your ult
important.
It's ready.
It's up, it's up.
It's 6.
Grabs on that.
Move in.
And right here is the best time to ult. Because that would have been one of the times where you could have split the teams.
Oh, fuck, I missed.
Right. Let's just talk about Roadhog ult again. We talked about it in the review before. But as the teams, here is the line of combat. Right, they're here and the enemy's there. He flanks around this way and he could push out this defensive line of the I think it was the 2 tanks. It's Reinhardt, Roadhog, Winston. He could just immediately axe this line and allow his team to come in. And this is, again, aligning with the idea before of allowing your team to play Overwatch. Your team just wants to attack in. So get rid of this crap in the way, and your team can attack in.
reps on them.
Move in.
So right there, oh, that would have been such a great one. You could have just completely broken up the defensive line.
Oh, fuck, I missed.
I got res. Stay on point.
He was probably like a half second away from killing people.
Yeah, I knocked him into that. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Beautiful stuff.
Stay on point.
Sucks he got stunned, but McCree came with the flashbang save on the charge.
Lucio needs to fucking die.
So he's having a hard time right now hitting people. He's having a hard time picking a target, and a hard time hitting people. Guy just jumped on his face.
Roadhog's on the top right.
That's a good, healthy respect of the team right there. So right there, you could have hooked him. For some reason, he's not hooking the hog.
Sorry.
They're flipping you out.
Roadhog, right. Go behind.
So here's another point.
Roadhog,
He knew the Roadhog was showing up. He knew it was flanking him. The most important thing in Overwatch is to kill someone. Just immediately axe the number no matter what. I know everyone talks about don't be the first hog to hook, but if you're with your team, you win. He has the Reinhardt and the Mercy there, even though Mercy doesn't really add damage, but damage boosted Roadhog can... I think he can one-shot another Roadhog, or at least close to it. He doesn't hook. He tries to shoot him. Instead, he gets hooked himself and dies. I mean, let's look at how much health he had.
Roadhog, right. Go behind.
549. Oh, 366. It was like 399 there. So, just killing a target straight out is really good. Right? He could have had 400 damage done to this guy.
Jesus Christ.
So can you just hide somewhere?
I don't know.
I'm
why
trying
my
whenever
heart,
there's a
instead of
hog
hitting,
on me.
knocked him up.
Like, holy shit.
Yep. And now they just gotta rush towards the point. No time for skill or anything, just...
Nice try. It happens. You can simply lose some.
Mr. Positive's trying to be
They
positive.
lose every fucking game, man. Roman.
McCree's just get upset.
Now down to
Well, then there's
2600.
something wrong.
This Lucy.
Yeah, you tell me why I have goals consistently. Like, what's your
We're not, no, calm down. Nobody's being aggressive. They're just saying if you feel like you're losing every game constantly, then maybe
Matchmaking this
take
season
something.
seems really terrible.
You know, I feel like you need to stop playing.
Like,
to yourself.
last
You're not
season,
a tiny old lady.
Like, I climbed all the way to
See, this guy's trying to be nice, but he's being, like, passive-aggressive in his own way.
2996. Yet, this season, I barely struggling to just keep what I started at.
Well, I don't think that's anything to do with matchmaking.
Like, I
feel
climbed
that's
over
refining
1,000
where
SR.
everyone should be.
Agility Force? Agility Force gives the one thing that I say is the worst correction ever to make. Poor reaction time, guys. If he shot and immediately hooked, it would have done the job. Well, thank you, Mr. Hindsight. Reaction time and skill and accuracy and all that come in time. To correct someone's mistake by saying, oh, just shoot faster, is like telling someone going against Usain Bolt just to run faster. Right? So yeah, this banter goes on for a little bit.
Last season, matchmaking was broken.
Anything.
I did not hear anything you just said.
It was easily abusable as well.
Oh my god, this guy.
This one guy.
Honestly, at the end of this match, I hate Mr. Nice than I do the toxic person.
That Lucio was too positive. I hate it.
And then Voltage, the first thing we heard him say all game, I hate that Lucio, he's just too positive. I love it. I love it. That fucking basic bitch. Yeah. So it was an interesting game. We took a long time. We mostly talked about mentality, right? Mentality, before I even start anything off, is a couple of those guys, at least the Mercy on his team, lost the game before it even started. Just mentally. He just wasn't there. He wasn't sound. He was so upset about a gold pick that he wanted to lose that game. isn't hindsight the whole point of reviews? I guess it is. Hindsight's the purpose of reviews, but to say someone, this is why I rate action the least important, is that for me to tell you, oh, get more accurate, is a very useless correction. I could tell anyone that, and I would be right. Not that it's not true, but the only way to get better at accuracy is to play more. There's no silver bullet for that stuff. So we talked about mentality. So that was, I think, the biggest thing to get away from this review. And it sucks because Voltage, like, I apologize immensely. This guy took no part in this. He had no part in any of this. He was just stuck in a game with a guy that was really salty and a guy that was basic. Basic as hell. Yeah, so that already made the game worse as it is. But don't worry about SR. Don't equate SR to skill. These are super basic things that you can think about just to get through the game and not to care about rank. So if we talk about his skill as a thing, like, because we were believe it or not, we were there to look at his play. Let me just look at my notes. So, action. If we're talking about mechanics and skill, his accuracy seemed pretty good. I didn't see anything terrible with it. Like, he missed hooks, he hit hooks for... he was platinum, I believe. Everything seemed pretty run-of-the-mill. His accuracy on Junkrat was alright. Genji was too short. Both Genji and Junkrat were such short stints that I really can't get any good information from it. From Mei, he was hitting some shots, but he was staying too far back. So I couldn't really talk about his accuracy too much. But for Roadhog, he played him the most, I would think. I liked his Roadhog play the most. And he was doing fine with it. The one thing I'd have to say is... Hook. Just hook. Hook more. It's on an 8-second cooldown now. Hook more. Don't worry about everyone saying the first hook loses. Because what they don't count is one hook versus one Roadhog versus another Roadhog. The thing that people forget is, oh, I have 4 teammates on my side. I can hook first and win. So don't worry about this bad advice of don't hook, like, not to hook first. It only really matters when it's 1v1 on a flank and there's no one helping anyone else. But this is a team game, so that happens a low percentage of the time. It's not a rule you apply everywhere, even though everyone will say it. As for your positioning, when you were Mei, Junkrat, and Genji, I believe I can draw a square. I can draw arrows! Oh my god, people. Control and Shift allows me to draw arrows. Fuck. Oh, what a good day. I am so happy right now. So, as your other classes, what was happening a lot of the time was, here's the point, and here's the enemy team, and here's your team. With Genji, and Genji can do this to a certain extent. Oh, let me get the mic correct. Genji can do this to a certain extent where he dives in to the center of combat. And then he needs a plan, so either he gets out this way, maybe he double jumps this way, or he goes out. Usually he won't stay in the center. Genji and Junkrat, you were in the middle a bit. Actually, every death is when you were in that pit. Junkrat, you were staying a little bit more with. With Mei, you were staying on the outsides of combat. You were staying here and shooting someone across the way. And then you actually came over here and started shooting people again across the way. For most of the classes, being in the middle is a poor thing unless you're a tank. That's what I have to say about your Genji and Junkrat. As for Mei, you're allowed to be in the center more, but you definitely want to be on the flanks. At the same time, you don't want to avoid direct combat. Your Mei play was average when you were just sitting around here and shooting this way or shooting this way. Your Mei play was really good when you were aggressing on people over here on the Hanzo. And it was really good when you were over here and you were attacking people on this flank and you were attacking people on this flank physically. Like, you were moving there and then hitting them. Remember, Mei, you're strong. You're pretty strong short range. People are basically on a timer to kill you. They have like 2 to 3 seconds to kill you. If they don't, you win. Use that to your advantage and then use your right clicks to your advantage. But don't depend on either of them. Mei, because her mouse 1 doesn't go through people, it only hits one person at once. You're bad against multiple people. Like, if 2 or 3 tanks jump on you, which I think your last Mei death was, that's like unavoidable. But if they just have one, you can kill them. The Winston you were killing on this side, you're finding people, you're splitting them off with walls and killing one person at a time. Like, that's Mei used very well. But to do that, you need to move more. So don't sit in the corners and just take pot shots at people. Don't be afraid to move in. Especially, and what I'm thinking of is, I can just go to the video. It was Mei. Here it is. So you take out this guy. I like this tactic.
Everyone switch to tank with me?
You kill him. And now it's a Roadhog. And there's a Lucio over here. Against your Lucio. Remember, Mei's good at low number situations. This is when you want to get in and freeze. Like, you could have done that wall from over here. But the Roadhog kills your Reinhardt. Like,
does anyone want to switch from UTF to tank?
it was very. I think it would have been much more beneficial for you to actually engage people. Yeah. So that's what I have to say about your positioning. Oh, but also your Roadhog. Your Roadhog was actually good. Your Roadhog's meant to be in the fray, a bit. He's meant to be, as you have combat here and here, Roadhog's definitely meant to be, like, right here or right here. Like, he's definitely going to be in the middle of it, but he's going to have an eye on flanks to get hooks, right? He wants to grab people out of position. So you can go into the middle of combat, try to get people that are, like, out of shield range or just a slight out of position or someone, like, flanking. You know, you can get them as they flank. I think your Roadhog, what you did on Roadhog was really good. It was the other classes that was making things rough. Your logistics, I think you were getting around fine. As Mei, you're getting up on that wall fine. So what, for anyone new, what I mean by logistics, gotta go that way. Decision making is in here. And actual logistics, as meaning, if I want to get to X position and I am here, this distance, this path that I take, I consider this like a verb. Whenever I'm inging, that's usually logistics. So as you're moving, as you're flanking, these are all logistical things. How you get to whatever you want to kill. I think they were good. Most of the time, though, you were going into the middle of combat and that was killing you, but the other times, you were where you should be. You were in the correct position, and you got there through the correct means. Your decision-making, I believe, was fine. I did correct you once on, like, an alt usage, but that's one time. Use your alt, and that's nothing, right? That's... At that point, it's almost like I don't have enough information to completely correct you on that part, because you use your ultimate find all the other times. Yeah, I mean, I think you're doing good there. Information, this is the other side of the sword. When you play aggressive, and since, like I always talk about, you were in the middle of combat a bit, being in the middle of combat gives you amazing information, right? Because you're interacting with the enemy constantly, right? They're there. You're fighting them, you know where they're at. So you had good information. I think you knew where everyone was on your team, and you were more or less, at least with the Roadhog, you were moving with your team. The Mei, you were kind of moving with your team. You were kind of holding a flank. I didn't see you with your team too much, except for the second half of that second round, which was a good thing to do. Like, you're doing really good when playing with them. So I think your information of where the enemy was good. The information on your team was decent from what I pick up from this one game. But the thing is since you put it in the middle, since you fight in the middle a bit, there's a lot of variables on the outsides, and this, even if you're good at decision making, it's difficult to make the right choice here. So, what does this have to do with the information? I'm telling you, watch out. Like literally just the information I'm giving you right now. Don't throw yourself with variables all around you. It makes things very difficult. It doesn't matter how good you are. Giving yourself that many variables makes things very complex. So I think you have good decision making, and if you limit the amount of variables, this good decision making will become better because you'll be over here. You'll have less things to worry about, which allows you to make better decisions on the whole. And I think that is it. We will have to move on because I took forever on that one. We were having a lot of fun. That was like an hour and 10 minutes. Shit. All right. What is it? Storm, you said you wanted to do yours. Okay, I actually have no notes prepared for this guy. So, I believe this was you. And since it's Junkrat, we can actually like fly through this shit. Sorry, I didn't leave any questions for the last video, but I think the guy did pretty good. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I didn't round it off. He did good there. Positioning was good on Roadhog. I'll do a sub minus because it was poor on the other classes. He was good on decision making, and his information was decent.
My genius is finally recognized.
So I talked about my usual suggestion of playing a hero like Roadhog to remove variables that are causing your team's issues. And when you started doing that, I think your team played a lot better. You tried to do that with Mei, right? You tried to pick Mei to deal with the McCree and the Winston. It didn't turn out well, and I don't want to say I don't want to say Mei was a wrong pick, and at the same time, I don't want to say maybe Mei could have worked if you were better, but there's a lot of different things that could have happened with Mei, and I thought it was a unique idea to the solution, or to the it was a unique solution to the problem. But your Roadhog was much stronger. I liked it a lot better. I think overall, though, you did really well, and if I had a correction to make, trying to think on top of my head, you did everything pretty well. The problem is I don't want to just give one thing. I want to try to like link up all of your actions, and there should be a common theme between all of them. Right now, my brain keeps going because I keep talking about you positioning in the middle, which is okay for Hog. But I still like being on the left or right side in combat in general, and that's because you put more people on one side, right? So you have this line here, and your enemy will be that way. If you're in the middle, you may have to go this way or that way, right? You start going like this, and that's all of the map. With this, at least I can cut off like the left flank. Or if someone is in the left flank, I can deal with it right away. So I would say it would be a positioning thing. At the same time, that probably wouldn't have won you the game, right? I think your team was tilted both ways, both acidic and basic. I don't know what classes you wanted to main. I know you started on Genji, but Hog, I think, look into Hog. I think you'd be a very good Roadhog. I think you could more or less carry some games with that. But I think play Roadhog a bit more. If you wanted the advice on other DPS classes, I'd have to actually see a DPS review. Yeah, that's... And yeah, I'd just say your positioning. I mean, I always say positioning. And actually, that's the only thing I gave you a minus on, too. That should be the thing we should be correcting. Yeah. Yeah, I'll stay with that. Your positioning, and for target priority, figure out which one of the 6 guys on the enemy team is the biggest issue and shut them down. I think that's the biggest issue at 3,000 or 3,500 and lower, is that they'll have 1 or 2 guys carrying them. Shut down those threats, and you'll probably see yourself climb, because you're going to allow yourself, you're going to allow your team to play Overwatch, and that's, I think, an underrated skill. That's what I do with Junkrat at Grandmaster, even top 500 stuff. What I do is I just enable my team to take positions easier. Is what I do. You know, at a higher level, I just allow my team to play Overwatch. Even though it sounds like a very basic thing to do, I do it at a higher skill level. That's all. But yeah, you can start doing the same thing I do. It works at all levels. And with that, I feel better ending with that one for your review. Let's go to this guy.